Hey everyone, welcome. Crazy Jimmy here. Today I have vinyl finds from the record show in Salem, New Hampshire, along with some recent pickups online and at record stores not in Seattle. So I've got a little stack here, so bear with me. I'm going to try to wing through them pretty quickly. So you're not bored, because I know it can get a little boring if I dwell too long on one particular album. So let's get started. So the first one, this one I picked up at the Salem, New Hampshire Record Convention, which was okay. It was, there was a couple vendors there that brought their curated collections with them, some of their doubles, some of the stuff they didn't want anymore. So that is where I spent most of my time overall. So let's show you what I got. This here is Donovan Essence to Essence. And I did not have this 1973 album from Donovan. I love his late 60s output. I have everything pretty much from his 60s from Donovan, but I've just been getting into his 70s output, which is actually really good. So this is another one, and they're really inexpensive. This was like, I think, a couple bucks. So, and it's in the shrink, gatefold in the shrink. You can't go wrong there. So definitely a Donovan fan. Another one got really cheap because it was in the shrink, first pressing of Stephen Stills. So now I'm going to sell my lesser copy, probably in a bundle, because it doesn't go for much. I think I paid $5 for this one. But the sleeve was in the shrink. It's really nice, near mint condition. Definite upgrade from what I had. This one here was online. This is Comax and Friends. This is a really good, you know what really attracted me to this were the harmonies of these two, just fantastic, and their friends, of course. It's on this hookah label, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's, it's not cosmic country per se. It's more, it's a little slicker than that. It's definitely 70s, and it has that mid-70s, like, slickness to it, but the harmonies are phenomenal. None of this stuff was on the radio, I don't believe, but it definitely has that kind of Poco, Pure Prairie League type slickness to some of the songs. So there's some AOR as well. It's not all Americana. There's actually very little Americana in here. It's more AOR than anything, but it's 70s style. And 70s style pop and rock is always really good for me. So Comax and Friends. The next two were online, and I was so psyched to get these at a great price. I hope I pronounced this right, Pavlidis, The Truth on You. This is Dan's power pop album more than anything. So this was released right after The Gambler, which is coming. But this is not really the one that everyone jumps to for Dan's work. But I found this his brand of power pop to be really good. Private pressing, of course. Living Daylights music. So, but yeah, this is excellent. I think it's in 80s. Yeah, it's an 80s pressing, mid 80s. But it doesn't have that lousy mid 80s production. But here's the one that everyone wants. This is an Acid Archive find. Dan Pavlidis or Pavlitis Gambler. This is excellent. This is phenomenal. This is Americana, a little bit of cosmic country, a little bit of Laurel Canyon. 1979, but it sounds like it was released in 1972. Definitely great musicianship, really good sound quality on it. Private pressing. There were, I think, only 500 of these were pressed, so really does not come up often, and when it does, you've got to snap it quick. And I got this for a decent price. This is not cheap heat where the other one is. This is not, but I got it at a reasonable price, so had to jump on it. But yeah, this is super, super good. If you like the genre of Americana and cosmic country and a little bit of acid folk and a little bit of country rock as well. You like all that stuff, you'll love this album as well. Next up, this one found at a store, Scott Folsom, right here. And really good private pressing, really good folk album. And this is not too expensive, so, you know, if you like your singer-songwriter 70s folk, this would be something you'd want to definitely look into for sure, and go from there. So, next up, this one here I got at the record convention, Brewer and Shipley, Welcome to the Riddle Bridge. It was sealed, so I did not have this one, and I love their brand of Americana and country rock and their harmonies. There goes my records. So, had to pick it up. Don't love the hole punch there, but, you know, what can you do? Beggars can't be choosers. It's sealed. Next up, this was a amazing pickup. And I've actually been after this for a while, but I wanted the right copy. I didn't want to get a VG or a VG Plus. I wanted a near mint copy. Luke Gibson, and this is Another Perfect Day. And look at that cover. The cover tells you what's within. Again, more Laurel Canyon, folk, Laurel Canyon, Americana, early 70s goodness. Just phenomenal. So a little bit of cosmic country on the True North label. And you would think a lot of these would be pressed up, but not so. And if you know, Luke Gibson was in Kensington Market. So that's what kind of turned me on to this, because I love the two albums from Kensington Market that I showed in a previous video way back like 6 months ago. And I noticed Luke Gibson was singing and writing songs in that band. And I'm like, yeah, I heard he had this Americana, Laurel Canyon type album from the early 70s. I want to say 72. And this was it. So I jumped all over it. But look at that. The cover's beautiful. Absolutely love it. There's good old Luke with his guitar and a cool, like, Grateful Dead-ish kind of like sunflowers and all these flowers and daisies around him. He's on a mountainside on a rock like a goat. There is no guitar, sorry. I look like a guitar for a second. But he looks like a goat. There you go. And the back is just as cool. It's nice and busy. But, yeah, this is great. Really good if you're into that genre, for sure. Another great singer-songwriter, acid archive folk album, Dennis Lay By Me, on Roadside Records, private pressing. Yeah, this is really, really, really well done. Musicianship is great. Vocals are great. I want to say this is like mid-70s. But yeah, this is, don't sleep on this. This is good, cheap heat if you like folk and you know, your loner folk. Really good stuff. You know, you like that early James Taylor sound from like Sweet Baby James. Right there. Dennis, Lay By Me. I forgot his last name. I think it's like Falutin or something like that, but he does have a last name. This I got at the record convention. Oh my God, I was so psyched to get this. This is in the Acid Archive book. This is John Bailey, Minstrel of the Morning from 1976. Look at good old John with, you know, hanging out with the family there. Private pressing, of course, on Lifetime Records. Put that. But yeah, this here, you know, I've got a little blurb on it. I think this is from the Acid Archives, actually, this blurb. But the cover of this LP clues the listener in that he's about to enter a world that may only exist in John Bailey's mind in his low-rent apartment. There's John, stands black and proud with a beautiful white woman in what appears to be her child in a room that looks like it was decorated after a night of looting at the local pier, one imports. Wow. Aren't those all closed down? Well, this was written before they shut down. Jungle animals, exotic birds, and even more exotic instruments litter the scene. The music sounds like Middle Eastern trailer park funky sitar jams with unusual time changes and interesting passages. Probably the most interesting LP in its genre. And what's even more impressive is that it's probably the only LP in its genre. So, great write-up in the Acid Archives. That's where that was from. And really unique album. It has a ton of replay value as well. So, check out John Bailey's Minstrel of the Morning from 1976. The next two are from the Record Convention. Got super cheap, $2.50 a pop. Chris Christopherson, Borderlord is the first one. The sleeve is in great shape. Original pressing on, I want to say Monument. But yeah, this is $2.50, can't go wrong. Really good country rock, outlaw country from Chris. And this is considered like in his top 3, from my understanding. And then there's this, which is considered his best. Chris Christopherson, The Silver-Tongued Devil and I, was in the shrink with hype stickers. So, I love my hype stickers. And I've got his first album coming in as well, which isn't here yet. So when that comes in, I'll show it. But this is widely considered his best, I guess. But look, everyone has their own opinion. The next two, again, super clean, super cheap from the Record Convention. Quicksilver Messenger Service Happy Trails. Original pressing. You just never see this super clean like this, especially the sleeve. No ring wear. You usually see this thing with a ton of ring wear, and it's just worn out, and this just is not the case. $5, you can't go wrong, for sure. Oh, there go the records again. I gotta fix this situation. Sorry. Let's fix the situation. There we go. And then the other Quicksilver Messenger that I picked up, Shady Grove. This is a gatefold. The gatefold is in like near mint condition. Again, you never see this thing without ring wear for some reason. And this is an original on the green Capitol label as well. Really cool front cover. $5, you just can't go wrong. I mean, especially in this condition. So, the next one up was online. Not sure if I need to return this yet or not. And I'll explain why. But this is Taylor Kitching's Clean Break. This is in the Acid Archives. This is from, I want to say, 1970. It's sealed. It hasn't been opened yet, but as you can see, the seller, I don't know what the seller was thinking, but you can't see the table really well. But here, let me show you this. Look at this. So you see this? So it's dish warped for sure, and it's significantly dish warped because it just like rolls on the bottom of the dish, and it's probably wobble warped as well when on this particular side because some of the corners and sides are higher than others, which tells you it's wobble warped as well. And then of course, if you put it down like this, you can see you can push it all the way in. So it's significantly dish warped. I did reach out to the seller. The seller said I can return it. Great, thank you. I didn't open it yet, and I told the seller that. I'm unsure if I want to take the chance at this point. I know I can probably fix it, but, why didn't the seller note that this was warped? It's so easy. The minute I saw it, I could tell it was warped. The minute I saw it. So frustrating. But yeah, great piano album. Actually, I should have told you. I haven't heard this. I haven't popped this open yet, but I've heard the tracks. And really good symphonic piano, rock and pop. And it's very indie. It's got a little bit of an Elephant Six vibe. And there's also on side B, it's a little proggy too, like the UK type prog, like Yes, but the good Yes. But it's all piano throughout, and it's really good. And this guy actually became a published author as well, and he's a teacher now. So I think he got his MBA. He's a really smart guy, Taylor is, and he's still active. He's got a Bandcamp. I have spoken to him, reached out to him, just told him how much I'm a fanboy of this album. Of course, he doesn't have any more of them. There's only so many pressed. I think only 500, but yeah, check it out, Clean Break. Maybe this one will become available again if you have like one of those record flattener pies, which I don't have. All right, next up from the convention, this is The Count, I'm a Star. I bought this for the cover, really. I mean, the music within is cool. It's kind of reminds me of Robin Hitchcock a little bit, which I love. I love Soft Boys and Robin Hitchcock, but this is more towards the Robin Hitchcock side of things. But the cover, the gatefold cover alone is just amazing. UK pressing there. And then another cheap one I picked up at the record convention, Keith James on Rare Earth Records. This is singer-songwriter, 70s singer-songwriter sound, folky, kind of James Taylorish, which you know I love. A little bit like, I guess I pulled the album down, but yeah, so I forgot the name of it. Yeah, really, really good singer-songwriter stuff on Rare Earth by Keith, and this was super cheap, so I had to take a chance on it. This one here, I'm looking for the original, but I don't want to spend I only want to spend a certain amount on it, so I'm waiting on it. But they did have the reissue at the record convention of Ernie Graham. So Ernie Graham's original self-title, and this is just a phenomenal Laurel Canyon like country rock, a little bit of cosmic country, great harmonies, just great album from Ernie Graham. I'm sure you're all familiar with it, and I want to say this was released in 70 or 71, but yeah, this is the Four Men and the Beards, and I never buy represses, but I had to break down and get this. The price was decent, and while I wait for the first UK press to pop up at a reasonable price. Next up, got a great price on this Dinosaur Jr. Bug original pressing on SST. This is not, this is the black translucent, which is the original first pressing. My understanding is the marbled colored vinyl was just after this. They're not they're not original pressings. Kind of like what Sonic Youth did with Sister and Evil, but yeah, I like Dino Jr. I like Freak Scene, and I like Bug. A buddy of mine, Joel, picked up the first Dino album with the just Dinosaur and no Junior, and I had that in my hand, and I was gonna get it, but I'm like, nah, it's not my favorite album, and it wasn't even the first press. So if it was the first press, I might have gotten it, but it was the second, and it's really not a good album, in my opinion. Dino Jr. didn't start getting good till Freak Scene, and then Bug, and one more came after it for me, but yeah. Next up, super stoked to get this. Only 200 pressed to this. This is Rhode Island's own Perspective, and this is their second album, number 2. What a shitty cover. But there's the private pressing there. It's in the shrink. But yeah, this has got some folk vibes. All the stuff I like. That singer-songwriter type stuff. But it's a band, college kids from Rhode Island, from what I understand. And it was like this was like a college project, I guess. But the album's great. It's in the Acid Archives too, and they actually speak very highly of it. So, if you like acid folk, I think there's a lot to find you'll love here. And I think I'm going to get their first one as well, which has a better cover. And then I got, this was a great price. It was sealed. I needed an upgrade. So Billy Joel's hot right now because of the documentary that's out on, I think, Netflix, but it has the hype sticker. It's sealed. Probably the second pressing because this gold stamp, but yeah, definitely needed an upgrade there, and I did that. This one here, I picked up, and I do like it, but I posted it for sale, so if anyone is looking for this, I got it for a good price, and I'll give you an even better price if you reach out to me. This is Andromeda, Carly Burr. I think it's all in German, which is fine. I mean, the music's great. Really good art rock in Prague. So if you like art rock from the 70s in Prague, you would love this. It's a gatefold sleeve. I think it's even, it's like laminated. But this is great. This is his second album. I want to say it's the late 70s, so maybe 1980. But it doesn't sound it. It sounds more mid-70s art rock in Prague for sure. But it's very unique, and it's actually catchy. and very, very good. So if you like if you like a mix of art rock, prog, and post-punk, I think you'll find a lot to love here. Check it out, and I'll give you a good price on it if you're interested. I still also have that Pato album available as well, so that I showed in my last video. This one I was really psyched to get. This is Ohio's Brian Sands, Reheated Chocolate Tangos on red vinyl. This is art punk, art rock, and very weirdo kind of music. Reminds me of R. Stevie Moore, which you all know I love R. Stevie Moore's output. And this is no different. A little Perry Ubu as well, or I would probably mispronounce that. I always do. But the Ohio connection is undeniable. But this is great. I'm also looking for his first album, Transfiction, as well. So this is all in 45 RPM as well. Great Beatlesque power pop, Silver Laughter, handled with care. And this is in the Acid Archives, private pressing on Fanfare Records. This is their second album, 1976 or 77, I want to say. But yeah, really good power pop, Beatlesque type music here. A couple more Roughneck songs on here as well. Maybe Boogie Woogie, you can call it. But, the vocals are great. The musicianship's great. The harmonies are wonderful. So don't sleep on this. And it wasn't expensive. Here's my favorite pickup of the month. This is Chris Gantry, at the House of Cash from 1973. This was never picked up by a record label in 1973. It was not picked up till Johnny Cash's son, I forgot his first name, but Carter, maybe John Carter or Carter John. I forgot his full name, but he found the tapes as he was cleaning out his father's stuff. He found the tapes with Chris Gantry's name on it for this album, sent it to Chris. Chris sent it over to Drag City, and Drag City cut it in 2019. Great hype sticker on here. He sidled up to me and said in his iconic Johnny Cash voice, "Chris, June and I listened to your record last night, and I don't think even drug people are going to understand it." That's what Johnny Cash said to him after he heard the tapes of this in 1973. And then another hype here. Never before released a lysergic masterpiece from an outlaw country living legend, recorded at Johnny's legendary studio House of Cash in 1973, with some great musicians on this. And boy, does this have a ton of replay value. This is great. I mean, the first two tracks are like really spacey. It's like it's stuff you've never heard. And it's like there's some UFO acknowledgments in the first track, away, and then Different is just, it's got, these songs have this this sound running through. It's not a what is that thing where the Beach Boys put in there? Woo! It's kind of like that running through the first two tracks. Then you got your folk guitar and a little bit of cosmic country and a little bit of rock and a little bit of a genre I can't even explain. This was too out there for Nashville. Did not get picked up. Such a shame, but you know what? This was his artistic vision after Motormouth, which is up there, which I showed, I think, last week. And this is just a continuation of Motormouth. Such a great album. I can't speak highly enough about it. You're not going to get, there was no original pressing. This is the original pressing on Drag City, so pick it up. You will not be sorry. And I think I've already shown, I might have shown these, I'm not sure, but this is his 1975 self-titled, which is phenomenal. This is more acid folk and country folk. So he kind of settled into that pocket for this album, and it's brilliant. And then this is his first album, Introspection. I think I showed it last week, but on Monument Records. But just brilliant symphonic country rock as well. Here is a tax scam album I picked up called Shiner. This is members from the power pop band Mistress, who released an album in 79. These are 1973 demos. from those band members, and this is power pop at its finest. Really great. Hits the spot for power pop, 1973. The demos sound phenomenal. You'll never know they're demos. And this is on Nervy Records, which is a tax scam release. There was like 7 or 8 releases on Nervy, and then they got shut down. The tax loophole was shut down because this was 1978 or 79. So, as you know, the sweet spot for tax scam records was 77. 79, I think 81, it was completely shut down. So this was like towards the end. But Shiner, don't sleep on this. If it does pop up, you'll want it. And then I got a few more. Bear with me. Jimmy LaFave, Down Under. This is his first album, a cosmic country, acid folk masterpiece from 1979. Private pressing. This is still sealed, but just brilliant. There was a barn find. I was talking to the guy who and his sister who found them, and they found 9 copies in a barn. And this is so rare. I think only 500 were pressed total. And according to Jimmy, he didn't even like this album. I can't see why. It's so great. This and his second album are phenomenal. I'm looking for his second one on vinyl as well. But yeah, if you like acid folk and cosmic country, brilliantly performed and written and sung, Jimmy LaFave, Down Under, brilliant stuff. And I think the seller has already sold about 5 of them, and I think he has like 4 left. And he's posting them on eBay one at a time. So if you're interested, bid on it. You will not be sorry. I'm telling you, you will not be sorry. Next up, Penny Davis and Roger Lott, Restless from Australia. It's an Australian duo. Just brilliant. Private pressing. Very dreamy folk. This was recommended to me by Stuart from Tennessee. Thank you, Stuart. Stuart has turned me on to so much stuff like Chris Gantry and this here. And I thank you. This is brilliant record. So thank you for, if you like dreamy folk and a little bit of steel guitar rolling through some songs, you'll love it. And then last but I got 3 more, so bear with me. Arrogance, Give Us a Break. This is their first album. This is on that Wayfarer. There goes the records again. This is on that Numero Group Wayfarer Cosmic Country album. And this band was on there, and there's a song on there from this band from this album on Sugar Bush Records there. Private press. This is in the Acid Archives. Their second album is right there above my head. You'll see it. It's really... Oh, no. Sorry. It's right there. Prolapsus, I think it's called. Yeah, right there. I showed it last week. Both great albums. So if you like Cosmic Country, you'll love both. Arrogance, Give Us a Break. And then, last but not least, I want to thank Psychederek. Thank you so much for sending me a little Vinyl Love Train VLT. The Scruggs brothers, Gary and Randy Scruggs. You know me so well, Psychederek. You know I love this stuff. This is great Southern rock, Americana, a little bit of banjo work in here as well. This is Earl Scruggs' Kids, and they're also in the Earl Scruggs Review. But this is their second solo album as a duo from 1971, and then they had one before this from 1970, which I need. But yeah, thank you so much for sending me this. It's a brilliant album all the way through. I love both sides of it, and it has been a want of mine. It's on the Vanguard label, and boy, does this sound great too. The mastering on this is phenomenal as well. And then Psychederek, thank you for sending me this one as well. Kansas City Jammers, Got Good If You Get It. Great Ohio band. Private pressing. This is the repress. I do need the original of this, but thank you. This will tide me over, Psychederek, so thank you for that as well. And I know you showed this on one of your videos, so I'm not going to go deep into it, and this video is already 30 minutes long. But hey, thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate you all. Please sub. Please tell your friends. I'd love to get to 1,000 subs. You know, I'm 2/3 of the way there, so let's rock and roll. But thanks for watching. Appreciate everyone. Crazy Jimmy out.